Hey guys, welcome back to StalkMyCloset. In today's video, I'll show you how to cut and stitch a classic tank top from start to finish. We'll go through the entire process step by step, and I'll explain all the measurements and calculations along the way. Once you understood the method, you can easily customize it to any size. Before we begin, let's take a look at the measurements and fabric details we'll be using. Now let's begin the cutting process. First, fold the fabric in half lengthwise. Next, measure and fold the required width for the top. And trim away the excess fabric. The top length is 25 inches and I'm adding 1 inch for seam allowance. So I'll mark 26 inches. Now I'll mark the measurements. For the shoulder, take half of the shoulder width measurement. My shoulder width is 14 inches, so I'll mark 7 inches from the center fold. Next, mark the neck width, which is 2.5 inches. From the shoulder point, mark half inch down for the shoulder slope and join it to the neck width point. Next, I'll mark the armhole measurement from the shoulder slope point. Take half of the armhole round measurement. In my case, the armhole round is 14 inches, so half of it is 7 inches. Since this is a sleeveless tank top, I'll reduce this measurement by half inch and mark it at 6.5 inches. To draw the front armhole, mark 1 inch inward from the armhole line. Then join it to the shoulder slope point. Next, I'll mark shoulder to waist length, which is 15 inches, and shoulder to hip length, which is 21 inches. Now, I'll start marking the round measurements. For the burst measurement, take the burst round, add the required ease, and divide the total by 4. In my measurement, burst round is 38 inches. I'm adding 3 inches of ease, which gives me 41 inches. Dividing 41 by 4 gives 10.25 inches. So I'll mark 10.25 inches on the burst line. Next, I'll mark the waist measurement. Take the waist round measurement, add the required ease and divide the total by 4. In my measurement, waist round is 35 inches. I'm adding 4 inches of ease, which gives me 39 inches. Dividing 39 by 4 gives 9.75 inches. So I'll mark 9.75 inches on the waistline. Similarly, for the hip measurement, take the hip round, add the required ease and divide the total by 4. In my measurement, hip round is 41 inches. I'm adding 4 inches of ease, which gives me 45 inches. Dividing 45 by 4 gives 11.25 inches. So I'll mark 11.25 inches on the hip line. Now connect the burst, waist and hip points with the smooth line and extend it down to the bottom hem. For a slight curved hemline, mark 1 inch upward from the outer side of the bottom edge. Then blend this point into the bottom line with a gentle curve. Now I'll draw the front and back armhole curves. Add seam allowance along the sides and the marking is complete and I'll cut it out. Next, separate the back piece and fold the front piece again. Align the edges and cut the front armhole curve. Now I'll cut the V neckline on the front piece. The neck width is 2.5 inches and the neck depth is 7 inches. So I'll mark 7.5 inches including seam allowance. Again mark the neck width. Join these points. Now I'll draw the V shape and cut it out. I've cut a rectangular piece for the front neckline facing. I have pinned the printed fabric to the right side of the neckline. Now from the wrong side, stitch along the neckline shape. Once the stitching is done, trim away the excess fabric following the neckline shape and make small clips along the curve. Next, turn the printed fabric to the wrong side of the top. I have folded and pressed the seam allowance neatly into the place. I'll cut the back neckline. I'll keep the neck width at 2.25 inches and the neck depth at 5 inches. So I'll mark 5.5 inches including seam allowance. Then I'll draw the round neckline and cut it out. Now I'll finish the back neckline. Place the right side of the bias tape on the right side of the neckline and stitch along the edge. Next, fold the bias tape towards the wrong side like this and make a stitch close to the edge to secure it. Now I'll trim the excess fabric. Now place the back piece on the top of the front piece with the right sides facing each other and stitch along the shoulder slopes. I've stitched both shoulders and finished the edges with an overlock. Now I'll finish the armholes the same way I've finished the back neckline. Next, I'll stitch the side seams. Finally, I'll finish the bottom hem. Double fold the seam allowance and stitch along the edge to secure it. And with that, our tank top is complete. It's comfortable, versatile, and can be styled in so many different ways. Here are a few styling ideas you can try with pieces you already have in your wardrobe. If you would like to see more tank top variations, let me know in the comments below. I would love to show you different designs featuring lace, buttons, tucks, and other simple details you can add to customize your tank tops. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.